Guys, do you remember when I found an 11-year-old iPad? Well, that iPad is now 12 years old and I'm taking it to the Apple Store. So this is the iPad we're talking about. It is very scratched and really heavy. I wish you could feel it. It is so heavy. But honestly, other than that, it kind of just looks like today's iPads, just not as modern. But what's really weird is I charged it all night. It's only at 31%. So obviously it's not working. I don't know what it is about the battery. But yeah, this is what the screen looks like. It has the thick frames here and it still has the home button without Touch ID, obviously, so you have to enter the passcode. Okay, we're in and this is what it looks like. Like, you can tell it is super slow. But yeah, pretty much I'm taking it to the Apple Store to find out if we can even use it for something. Like, they're probably gonna be so shocked when I bring in a 12-year-old iPad. I should be like, my iPad is not working, and then they're gonna be like, oh, we'll have a look at it, and I'll bring out this 12-year-old iPad. That would mean I have had this iPad since I was 10. But no, seriously, I'm actually curious to know if you can even use it for anything. You can't even download any apps from the App Store. Every app requires iOS 15 or 13. It says my iPad is up to date with iOS 10.3 and it doesn't seem like you can update this iPad anymore. And something else that is also at least 12 years old is my office chair. It is obviously looking very old and it's super uncomfortable. So it's time to upgrade to an ergonomic office chair. So guys, this is the Hbada E3 ergonomic office chair. Thank you so much, Hbada, for sponsoring this video. I'm so happy with this chair. This can't even compare to my last office chair. I've had a few other office chairs previously. They have all been so uncomfortable and caused me back pain because I have to sit in really uncomfortable positions and working for hours, which is obviously not good for your body. And that is why having an ergonomic office chair is so important. So you can sit and work without having to worry about back pains or bad posture. So the Hbada E3 chair comes with a T-shaped support system that solves the 3 pain problems. And the pain problems I'm talking about are neck, waist, and shoulders. So first of all, it has a liftable backrest with a 9-position adjustment, which makes it possible to adjust the chair up and down. So even if you're really short like me, it is still the perfect height for me, and if you're taller, you can adjust it up. This desk chair has great lumbar support that ensures a large wrap around your waist with 8 different adjustments. So this means you can sit for a long time but still have really good lumbar support. And then you also have this neck pillow, which is something I've been missing from previous office chairs, and this is so nice because I'm used to sitting in a position where I'm having a really bad posture just because I don't have anything supporting my neck. But with this office chair, you have really great neck support, and this is also adjustable in a lot of different ways. So you can rotate it front and back and also up and down. And then you also have the armrests. I don't know why I haven't had this before, but I'm already feeling such a big difference when I actually have somewhere to rest my arms, and they can also be adjusted outwards and inwards. And with the armrests, you can also flip them up or down. Honestly, one of my favorite things about this office chair is the breathable design because it's made of this mesh material. So you can see it actually lets air through it, because especially now that we're getting to summer, if you have the wrong kind of material for your desk chair, even if it's a really comfortable and ergonomic office chair, it can get real uncomfortable sitting for a long period of time. If the material isn't breathable, you can sit for hours on this but still not get too hot, and you don't get any back sweat because, as you can see, it is like see-through, but it's still real comfortable. Like, it's flexible and soft. As if that wasn't enough, this chair also has a footrest that is just hidden under here. So you can just pull it out whenever you want to use it. It is so comfortable because sometimes I feel like my legs are almost like falling asleep and just getting really sore by being in the same position for a long time. So this is actually perfect. And then if you get tired and want to take a little break and take a nap, you can actually tilt the back down and it just tilts right back up. Like, this is by far the best desk chair I've ever had. Look at this, I am so comfortable right now. So I think this office chair really has it all. It is ergonomic, it has the perfect material, it has so many different adjustments, so you can really personalize it and make it the perfect fit for yourself. And also it has actually a really nice design. Like, it definitely looks good in my office. So you can get the Hbada E3 ergonomic office chair on Amazon. So I will leave the link in the description, so definitely check it out. Alright guys, we're ready to go. I was like, maybe I should put this in a bag instead of just holding it so nobody steals it. But I mean, if someone comes up and grabs this iPad, I don't think this is worth a lot. And so she gets so excited to go in the car. Honestly, it felt really weird taking an iPad from 2012 to the Apple Store in 2024. And here you can see a comparison between the latest and greatest iPad currently on the market, the iPad Pro, and the 12-year-old iPad. So it's obviously a very big difference. And here's a comparison between the just regular iPad and the old iPad. And it is obviously a very big difference. Like, the frames are a lot thinner on today's iPad. Honestly, other than that, there's not much difference. It obviously looks a lot more modern, like all the app icons and stuff, because it's obviously updated to later iOS. The old iPad is still at like iOS 10, but the back of the iPad, it looks a lot different. Like, first of all, today's iPads come in a lot more like fun colors. This iPad, the old iPad, I believe only came in silver. Yeah, other than that, like, both the iPads have the camera, and then the Apple logo is literally the same, and the iPad text, and then the lightning input. Like, literally not a lot has changed, but the new iPad also has Apple Pencil support, which the old one didn't have. Also, the microphone is apparently like on the side on the old iPad instead of on the bottom. The old iPad is also so much heavier than the new one, but honestly, I have to say I like the design a lot better. The corners are a lot more like rounded and not so sharp, because on the new iPad the corners are like super sharp. Like, I definitely prefer the 12-year-old iPad on this one because it is so much more comfortable to actually hold in your hands. And the new iPad is also so much bigger, which makes it kind of more bulky. They're so different but still very similar. Like, I would have thought the iPads had changed more in 12 years than they actually have, but obviously this is only looking at the design. Like, the performance and software is obviously so much better and more advanced. This is the iPad 9th gen, and this one, it looks even more similar to the old iPad. But yeah, honestly, it felt like walking around in the Apple Store with a vintage iPad. Like, you know how people are going crazy for vintage clothing? Like, why are people not going crazy for vintage iPads? No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, it's very interesting to see how much technology has evolved in 12 years. So taking this old iPad to the Apple Store to compare it to the latest products was actually a really cool experience. Okay, so we're now done at the Apple Store, and I went up to someone working there and I was like, so we have this old iPad and I was just wondering if you can like do anything with it, if just use it for something. But he was like, no, it's outdated and you can't do software update. Like, there's no way you can download any apps. But in my last video where I talked about this, some of you guys said you just log in with your Apple ID and you go to your like previously purchased apps or downloaded apps, I don't know, you can re-download the apps. I don't know if that works. I mean, yeah, that it might be an option if you're trying to download any apps, but I mean, they're probably not gonna work that great anyways. But yeah, so this is now my reading iPad because the Books app is really the only app I can use with it that actually works really great. So it is this app that's called iBooks, and it is actually so good because you can like highlight, you can see I highlighted a bunch of stuff, and you can do like pink highlighter or you can change the color. So yeah, if we're reading and I want to highlight this, we just press highlight and it's gonna make highlighter. And you can also change the color here, so you can do purple, blue, green, yellow. And I mean, the screen is definitely big enough for reading, which I feel like some reading tablets, they're really small, which is obviously very convenient for traveling, like bringing it with you. The only disadvantage I would say with this iPad is it's so heavy, but I mean, if you disregard that, it's actually the perfect like reading tablet. And honestly, I kind of like the design of it for reading. I feel like the thick frames, I honestly make you feel more like a reading tablet. Like, it doesn't really matter that it has an older design, because it kind of works for a reading tablet. It's definitely cuter if it looks a little older. So yeah, that is actually a really great tip. If you have an older iPad, if you just have an iPad that's a bit outdated and you like to read books, just keep your old one for reading. And also, of course, if you prefer to read horizontally, have your iPad this way. It changes the layout a little bit, so it becomes more like book pages. By the way, that was the 101 essays that will change the way you think, and these are all the books I currently have on my iPad. By the way, it's the first like summer day today, and I'm so happy it's finally summer. Alright, so we're on our way home, but I just wanted to show you, first of all, Molly just got a haircut. I don't know if you can tell because she like blends into this car. You can barely see her. Molly? I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, so now before we go home, we're gonna go and check out these cherry blossom trees. They have like so many of them, so we're gonna go there and check them out. Guys, Molly's not used to going in her car seat, or it's like a travel seat. She's not used to being in it in the car. She's used to it on flights, but not in cars. But she had to be in it because I was driving alone. But she did super good. Yeah, you're so cute. We just took a super quick stop at home before going to the cherry blossoms, and I changed into a light pink shirt to match the cherry blossoms. But yeah, the sun is going down right now, so we gotta like hurry. Oh my god. We're on our way to the cherry blossoms. So I have my pink outfit and Molly has her pink outfit and some rice from her dinner. We gotta wash your mouth. Alright guys, so we're back from the cherry blossoms. It was so beautiful, like it was so dreamy just walking under. I loved it. Molly was just busy chasing all the birds. Anyways, this Apple Store trip was kind of a fail, but obviously I didn't really expect anything else. They couldn't really help me with my iPad, which is understandable. Probably don't have a lot of customers coming in asking what you can do with a 12-year-old iPad. Actually, let me do a quick Google search and see if anyone else has any ideas for what to do with this iPad. Either it's taking a very long time or a Google search is not working because nothing's happening. Well, yeah, I think that's the answer. But anyways, I'm gonna have a cozy little reading session on this iPad. It took this iPad like 5 minutes to switch to dark mode. Thank you so much for watching this little vlog. If you want more vlogs, check out my vlog channel. I'll link it in the description. And also don't forget to check out the office chair. I'm so happy I finally have an office chair. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!